guys, welcome back to Beyond the Summit presentation of Mineski versus LGD Gaming. Mics are on.
Mics are on.
Mineski shirt is available.
Well, I brought you a Mineski shirt.
No, you didn't. Show me on camera right now that you brought me. Yo.
Mics are off.
Okay, mics are off. I will put on Mineski shirt if you have one right now. Okay, I will wear this. What does it say? It says Mineski. Okay, let's go.
Are you taking off your other shirt first?
You want me to take off this shirt on camera? No. No?
No, probably not. We've already offended enough viewers.
We just lost 8 viewers.
Let's go into the game. We've got game 2. Mineski trail game. They lost game 1, which is why we've got Lumi pulling out his inner Mineski.
I'm a little bit too big for this shirt.
I am too. These are a little small. We'll get on Mineski Dota.
We have to go to the gym after this. It's like
I saw Rom, who's like the Mineski owner, saying he was probably going to be watching. It was like popcorn time. Do I go out and watch a movie, or do I watch Mineski versus LGD?
Right.
I hope you made the right decision, which is watch Mineski versus LGD. So if you're listening, Rom, you need to send us some more Mineski gear T-shirts.
Medium size.
I think these are mediums.
Holy shit! I need to go to the gym.
I'm not sure. No, these are they're smaller mediums than normal mediums.
Okay,
but,
well.
If you're listening, Rom, I'll
Hook
send you
us
my
up.
address. Message me.
Alright, Mineski on the Radiant side here and LG Gaming on the Dire. Seems like Mineski went for the first pick and they went back for the Naga Siren. So last game I was praising on the Vanguard decision on Naga and saying how you were surviving the puck, you were surviving a lot of the magical damage output, as well as the early game coup de grace from P8. But when it came down to shove and push, there was really no damage from the team. And do you think if Naga, for example, went for a diffusal blade, maybe a Radiance, or maybe even just the drums, like would it have changed the game's outcome?
I think Naga just doesn't play very well as a farming hero anymore. I think it needs to be played in that 4 or 5 position role. Naga Siren offered a lot that game, but it was purely just from the spellcasting. It wasn't from, I mean, being tanky helped out a little bit, but in general it was just like, well, offer the Song of the Siren setup or counter initiation. There were just times where the Riptide did decent damage, the Ensnare helped out against the BKB or the Enigma Black Hole, but it didn't really justify the farm they gave Naga Siren by putting him in a tri lane. They should have played him as a support and maybe either put Gyrocopter with the support or just had some other hero that could benefit a lot more from the farm.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be switching Naga back onto the support. I mean, I think Mineski actually run Naga as a support generally. It was surprising for me, at least, to see Jesse Vash back on the Naga farming role, but we'll see how this game's going to go. Puck is going to be selected, and I'm going to be happy because we're going to see Joven on that puck, and we saw how well he played on the Weaver last game. I think he's going to have amazing puck performance. A lot of it is going to come down to the matchup, and I would pay money to see a Xiao 8 Queen of Pain versus a puck matchup just to see, because that matchup comes purely down to skill, and we'll see what it's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. Xiao 8 didn't have the he got like a ton of farm last game, but as far as some of his like Den DS plays, they were a bit lacking. He got caught out a couple here and there in the jungle, missed up a couple of his blinks as well.
It is an online match, so
yeah. You can never really take this up too much. I mean, we were just joking in between the games how you were talking about Fata, how he solo killed Dendy. He's one of the best solos. He did that in an online match. Put him against Dendy at TI, same thing doesn't happen.
I love Fata. I love
Your
Fata.
silence is like, I want to argue this, but I can't argue this.
I can't.
That's what I understand.
Fata is
he's a good mid player.
He's good, but we'll see. I'm not sure who's better, Joven or Xiao 8, because I think they play very differently.
I think Joven's a better laner. I think Xiao 8 has the better decision making.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
it was something that Ben and I actually talked about in one of the MLG games. Like there was this Windrunner against a Tinker mid. Windrunner crushed the Tinker, had like triple the Tinker CS, but then did absolutely nothing the rest of the game. While Tinker carried his team so hard. And it was like, how does the game just turn around so fast just based on, like, considering how the lane stage goes? So last hitting doesn't always translate into carrying the game. Joven, though, he played a great game last game. He's got good decision-making. He's really the stand-up player on this Mineski side. I think the supports played really well as well, though. Some good rotations around the map, and they're very good at sort of reacting to ganks that are happening.
Well, Keeper of the Light is going to be the selection here from Mineski. I wonder if that's... Because you generally don't pick Keeper of Light by himself. He's more or less a combo hero in a sense that you pick it with... Sometimes you see Stormsurfer, for example. You see Phantom Lancer by quite a bit. I wonder what is the combo hero here. We haven't seen Jace hero either. Unless it's going to be Naga on a farming role again. This time getting Chakra Magic, which... Again, I don't think
it makes it any better having Chakra Magic.
I mean, I think some players out there will disagree with you in the sense that they think Naga can be a farmer. I think probably most prominently AEI 2000. Things you could Radiance Naga and perhaps carry the game in a long sense. I don't think he's been winning a lot of those games either. So just throwing AEI under the bus because I can, right?
Yeah. The only players we're allowed to flame are our friends and Chinese players because the Chinese players don't listen to our
Yeah,
cast.
that's
So
true as well.
we're allowed to flame AOI. We're allowed to flame RTK.
I could flame in a different language, and nobody would know, right?
Well, in what, Chinese? I'm sure we have some Chinese.
10
players.
seconds to
Well,
go.
I can flame in French.
Okay. Maybe start to learn a language where flaming is actually
Radiant's
okay.
pick.
Alright, well, LGD go Clockwork. So, a possible solo mid hero, at the same time, could go into the offlane. But depending, Clockwork versus Puck Clockwork does okay-ish, but it's still a slightly Puck-favored matchup.
I think it's very hard to actually get the cogs in the way that you want them to monitor. You don't want to trap the Puck in with you, because you're not going to kill him, and he's going to hit on you. I guess, I just don't see
10
him actually
seconds to
successfully doing
go.
anything in a mid matchup, so I imagine this is going to be an offlane.
5 seconds.
Well, there's still plenty of time to get that solo mid, the Queen of Pain that you wanted to see.
Mhm.
That means we're going to be looking at Weaver as a
Reserve
safe lane
time.
carry. So Zhao Tuji playing the Weaver. They've got a very aggressive 3 heroes here, so they could even go offensive tri-lane LGD, although being LGD, they normally play things safe. And that would also put Clockwork as a safe lane solo, whereas if you want to do a safe lane solo hero, you generally don't go for a Clockwork.
Yeah, as much as I like to see a Quab, I don't think we'll see it, because when you go Clockwork as your off lane, when you go Weaver as your carry, you are sorely lacking in terms of damage output department. I guess Visage helps out a tiny bit there, but you really need a mid that could dominate. And I think Kunkka, for example, is something that could give you the damage output. Magnus, for example, that's going to give at least, through things like Empower and RP and Shockwave, that could give you some. I don't think we're going to see Quab.
It was LGD who I think kind of started the trend of the solo mid Kunkka. Back when in China, the
Yes.
teams were all playing the solo mid Kunkka. Zhao Wei, I think, was one of the first ones.
This is TI3 East qualifiers when they just pull the Kunkka out of the middle of the tournament and just swept everybody.
And then after that, all of the G League and G1 League, it was a lot of Kunkka mid. But they're going to go for that matchup. Queen of Pain. Oh no, sorry, Mineski grabbed Queen of Pain. What am I talking about?
I think this is
Safe lane solo Queen of Pain.
safe lane J on Queen of Pain and your Puck.
That's a great way to. It's the one time I'm happy with Queen of Pain pick is safe lane solo.
Well, especially against the Clockwork,
Yep.
that should be a very, very easy matchup.
Radiant's
Looks like Phantom
banned.
Lancer's going to get banned out.
I think a bit unnecessary considering offensive. I mean, you could do PL offensive trial. I just don't feel like it's. You don't really want to though.
I feel like more often than not, we're going to see...
Slido or something. It's Mineski. They like their Slido.
Slido is actually really good here.
Oh, against Antimage, it's still really good.
Radiant's
Or
pick.
do they go like a safer route, which is like your Windrunner offensive tri lane?
I don't know, but I do want to talk about Anti-Mage as a hero, especially for the Chinese teams. It feels like whenever the Chinese team wants to win a game, they just turn to the tried and true Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is, to me, a very poor item, a poor hero choice in this game. Ensnare kills Anti-Mage very easily. Song kills Anti-Mage, especially after he BKB. Puck with a
10
Blink Dagger
seconds to
wrecks
go.
on him. Queen of Pain with a Blink Orchid wrecks on him. But they're like, we don't care. We just want to go AM. And this is going to be an offensive trialing ending. Yeah, it looks
Farming Windrunner?
farming Windrunner. Very Orange-esque in terms of hero and lineup.
And something which I think back, like looking at Dota 1 and even just the Pinoy scene in general, the way they're their metagame being slightly different to the Southeast Asian scene as a whole, they play their solos as their carries, and their tri-lane farmers are rarely actually their carry heroes. This Windrunner, despite being the tri-lane farmer, is not really the main carry here. It's going to be all about the Puck getting a ton of farm at mid lane, the Queen of Pain getting really big as well, and Windrunner's just going to be going for utility, 4-star mech type items, not really played as a true carry.
Very similar to what Naga did the previous game on the trialing carry.
Yeah,
Getting
exactly.
things like Vanguard and drums.
That's where they go, like your Naga tri-lane, your Slada carry. They go, their tri-lane farmers are always the tanks, while their solos are kind of the actual carries and DPS heroes.
Well, let's go into the game here. LGD up in best of 3 series, up 1 game. Xiao 8 is going to be your
Everybody
Weaver.
gets
We
set.
have Xiao 2G or Rabbit on the Anti-Mage. We have DDC playing Visage. Back in the Fountain, DD playing his support Rubik. And last but not least, Yao going to be on the offlane Clockwork. Yao to me is always kind of the silent factor. We don't really talk about too much about him, but always have big RPs. And let's see how he's going to do in this game on Clockwork, because I feel like he needs to be a big part of the disabling squad for LGD China.
Well, over on the Radiant side, it is Mineski Dota. We're going to see Jesse Vash playing the tri-lane farming winner at the top lane, supported by Oa on the Keeper of the Light, RTR playing that Naga Siren. We're going to see stand-in, which is Jay playing the Puck, so not a Joven Puck. Joven, he's going to be on the safe lane solo Queen of Pain at bottom.
Very interesting here to see a Magic Stick being picked up here, and is Xiaowei actually going to get going mid?
I was just about to
30
ask this.
seconds to
This
go.
is almost stronger lanes for LGD. Putting Weaver, it's tri-lane versus tri-lane. Weaver does a lot better than an anti-mage, and anti-mage actually does okay versus a Puck mid, especially with a poor man shield level 1 in this regen pool. And Puck, he doesn't have the null talisman. He doesn't have the best starting damage.
Yeah, I think perhaps. Oh, got DDC gotta be very careful. I think, yeah, like you said, it's LGD reading these lanes almost perfectly. On the top lane, it's gonna be Visage and Weaver, two heroes that's very difficult to kill. I don't think Anti-Mage is gonna be in a 1v1 solo position. He's gonna get a little bit of support from DD, but maybe DD's gonna support on the bot lane. See some traditional 2-1-2, but no, it's gonna
Dual
be
lane mid?
For this one.
Yeah, dual lane mid
Yep.
instead.
He saved up. I like this play from Rubik, knowing he's not getting any CS, and they maybe want a fast bottle, so he's just going to fast flying courier. So he's just going to save up the money, probably just upgrade the courier as early as possible, unless they decide they maybe need sentry wards.
And the Storm Strikes again. So,
Yep.
quick question here for Mineski. Do you do any lane switch? You face the dual lane mid, which I think Puck's going to never really die here. In fact, I think he's going to do a good job harassing both Anti-Mage and Rubik. But is he going to get enough farm and have that mid-game impact that he's looking for?
Oh, it's hard. Keeper Light is looking sort of to head towards that middle lane, maybe. I think it kind of depends if Rubik stays here or not. If it stays as a Rubik anti-mage, Puck is going to need a little bit of help, which looks like may come in the form of the Keeper of the Line.
Mhm.
But Weaver in safe lane is going to cause a lot of problems here. Naga Siren, Windrunner. I feel like Weaver's safe lane is just one of those heroes that can be so aggressive and zone people out really well.
I mean, at the same time, can't the Windrunner as well as Naga just trade farm against the Weaver? I feel like that's one of the safer heroes
Yep.
to trade farm against. There's better animation on the Windrunner, just better harassment. Possibility coming out from the spells of Radiance Light. I feel like if you just rotate the Keeper mid and have your traditional 2v2, that might work out a little bit better for Mineski. But at the same time, you want your Puck to be highly leveled. And in dual lane, he doesn't really get too much.
Yeah, he's going to be the one who kind of loses out there. But if he's going to get zoned out anyways, ultimately either way he's not going to get too much level, so maybe secures himself a bit more farm. The teams are ready. We're going to unpause the other lane we haven't talked about. Queen of Pain versus Clockwork at the bottom lane. Queen of Pain should be winning this matchup pretty easily, you'd say.
Yeah, and I think that's the matchup that Joven's going to really dominate. I mean, Yao's going to have... It depends, again, how good his cog is, but I feel like he's going to get Shadow Struck repeatedly, get zoned out, and perhaps even dove upon once or twice. Shadow Strike is nice, but again, you got to drop off your cogs like that just to do a little bit of harass.
Yeah, he's probably going to be using it whenever they're up, just to try and burn them as much as the Queen of Pain's mana as possible. The big question with Queen of Pain is, do you want to go something like a fast bottle, even though you're in the side lane? And I think that's where you'll see sort of Queen of Pain's differ. Some will go fast bottle, others will just say, let's just get some treads maybe.
Yeah, we also haven't seen multiple couriers coming out from Mineski just yet. I felt
They
like
haven't done it in Dota 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something which has disappeared from the Pinoy playstyle in Dota 2. Partly because the shared control is slightly different.
yes, and also because I guess now Battlecrow has
Yeah.
been nerfed slightly. So
Even prior to that, they still wouldn't as much. I think there was in Dota 1, the big thing is, the thing that made Battlecrow really powerful is your mid hero could actually refill the bottle by bottling runes.
yes,
You can't do that in
with,
Dota 2.
with a courier.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. Also, I mean, it helps when you share control and like the thing you talk about, the small things like that. It really makes a big difference when you're trying to eke out a little bit of economic advantage from the Battlecrow.
Yep. Well, Mineski do have the tri-lane at top. They're not rotating the Keeper Light, at least not yet. And Puck seems to actually be doing okay. He's got 3 denies already on mid lane. Not going to get a ton of farm as much as he would have liked in a 1v as he would have got in a 1v1 matchup. But levels is the big thing. Bimbo can sort of make use with minimal farm as long as he's getting experience in levels. But right now, not going to have the easiest time with Rubik there.
Yeah, and on the bot lane, Joven, as expected, is really going to dominate this lane. Yao's doing okay. He's got 3-4 CS now, but you look to the Queen of Pain to dominate. I wonder what build we're going to see out of her. Mushi, for example, would like to go for the double no talisman in treads and then just roam off the map.
This Invis rune pickup from DD at the bottom lane, he could maybe get Yao to bait in the Queen of Pain, and we could see an early first blow on the Queen of Pain if we're not careful.
Well, he's thinking about it. Oh, there's no blink just yet.
If you lift him into the cogs and get like some more mana burn.
No, he
maybe
doesn't have battery assault. It's really not going to
Oh,
work out.
That's very true.
Without battery assault,
Unless he baits it, baits the blink in.
Did that hurt?
there's yeah.
He's trying to bait this. He's going to rock it. Oh, they're going in. Lift is
Lift,
there.
lift. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be the kill. Nicely done here. DD missing off the mid lane for almost want to say 30 seconds to a minute. I got to say Joven should have been expecting that.
At the same time, it's an invis rune. He can't get that gank just by rotating in. It's because he was invis. that it succeeds, because if he walks in, you just blink away with relative ease.
I'm telling you that Alliance and Navi would not have fallen into that gank.
Okay.
Yeah. Because support missing
blinks
off
it.
the map like
Gonna
that.
go right in on Yao. Yao's done this. I was just about to say, the one thing Yao will have to do here is go for a fast bottle. He's got the fast bottle up. This is going to give him the HP mana regen he needs at this bottom lane.
Yeah, and he's going to be actually looking to bottle crow as well, which is not too bad of a deal because anti-mage doesn't need it minimally.
No one else needs a Korea.
Yeah. The only downside to that is that Korea is going to be flying quite slowly on the way back. So.
It's not ideal, but I think it's still okay. Anti-mage isn't gonna. He's already got his ring of health, so he's got no items that he needs until maybe boots. But you could just go straight treads and bring those out. He doesn't really need the boots in mid lane.
Top lane here, double sentry going to get dropped here. A little bit of action going on. I think DDC is going to be fine. He's going to lose his sentry as a result, but Xiao A being able to find a Furball with a Sakuchi. Very nicely pick up.
Alright, Mineski just going to drop the Illuminate. Xiao takes a decent amount of damage, but he's got Magic Stick early. Fantastic item in these sort of tri-lane versus tri-lane scenarios, as well as a Salve Stone and for the HP regen that he might need. And, well, Mineski, their tri-lane, haven't been able to really strike gold yet. No kills yet found.
Yeah, no kills. I think, again, Xiao A and the rest of his team showing why they're one of the best defensive team in China and in the world, in fact. Because really good laning, again, very uncharacteristic. Able to, I think, win mid against Jay. Able to do okay on the bot lane. In fact, win bot because Queen of Pain died. In fact, another gank's coming their way. There is Battery Assault, imagine now. Yes, 2 levels of Battery Assault. So, between the double damage and perhaps a good Battery Assault, they can't get the kill. Look at how low Joven is. Like, they could just lift Fable and right click. Can they actually? Yeah, there's a lift. Right click Fable. One rocket. Magic Stick back up. Oh, very, very close. Really, really close.
Yeah. Almost could have waited. I think they just knew if they waited, he would eventually salve up. He was trying to get as much value from that salve as possible. And Queen of Pain, instead of retreating home, is bringing out more HP regen. Has a bottle on the way.
Double bottle, in fact.
Yeah. May just use both because he's going to want to bottle Crow. So he may just say, hey, Puck, man, I'm going to use... Actually, no, Puck needs his mid.
Yeah, if you use both, they move in a snail's pace, so maybe not.
Yeah, at least like use 2 from one, maybe 2 from the other, or 3 from one and 2 from the other. He just blinks straight in onto the clockwork afterwards, and we'll probably see the career. One of these heroes needs to start bottle crowing. Well, they both probably want to be, but it's just a matter of who needs it more, the Puck or the Queen of Pain. And right now, Puck kind of needs it. He's been left 1v1 now with Rubik leaving the lane. Rubik, he's back at base. DD's done some really great rotations, and it looks like he's even headed bottom again. Yeah,
I think DD is free to make these rotations simply because that Xiao Tuji's got himself a ring of health at this point. So it doesn't matter coming out from the P-shooter harass of Puck. With that said, the Puck, once he gets level 6, if he has enough mana, which Anti-Mage doing a very good job burning a ton of that away. Actually, Blink and follow him. Does he have ultimate? No, he doesn't Anti-Mage. Maybe could have actually forced out kill.
Well, more Furbolgs going the way of LGD as well, as Visage actually picks that one up. And LGD, they're still avoiding these Tranquil Boots on Windrunner. I'm not sure if this is... You're in a tri-lane against a duel lane. I feel like you don't need the heals all that much.
Yeah, forcing out the blink.
Shot?
Yeah, and missed hook shot. Very, very close into hitting, but he's going to get himself illusion secure. You can see that DD going back in the lane, maybe trying to set something else again. Again, they're not getting these kills apart from the first blood against Queen of Pain, but you don't really sometimes need to kill a hero to shut down his farm. You can see Queen of Pain a lot more defensively now whenever DD's off the lane, and he's always off the lane now.
Well, Queen of Pain's role this game as a safe lane solo is to just dominate the 1v1 matchup.
Jay's dead, right? Blinking, he's got to orb back out on the other side. Maybe a little bit too premature of the blink coming out from Xiao Tuji. He's out of mana at this point where a big Mana Void is going to seal the deal. Again.
Oh, bottle arrives though. So
yeah.
He's going to be okay. Really nicely played by Bimbo. Going for that sort of forward ethereal John. A lot of Pucks wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, a lot of Puck would just, I guess, panic and just straight out died.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, OW back in the middle lane looks like Chakra Magic being delivered here to Jay. And again, it's back to your 1v1 matchup.
Yeah, well, Queen of Pain going to TP bottom, but having not dominated this 1v1 against the Clockwork, they're even on CS. I feel the Queen of Pain pick is just suddenly like not really justified. But at the same time, it's not through any fault of his own. It's because the way LGD reacted to the pick and have rotated this Rubik around. And well, there's going to be actually a Naga Siren TP bottom as well. So it looks like Mineski want to try and find an opening here at bottom, knowing that Queen of Pain has been ganked a couple times, maybe expecting another one. Yeah, this is a good time to make the TP because now Queen of Pain is level 6. Illusion rune here from Clock, not exactly... Almost scattered Naga, and Naga Siren just narrowly avoided getting scattered by that. Just by a bit of luck. He didn't know the illusion was coming in, but this means that Clockwork may actually get... If he pushes forward a little bit, may actually get ganked by this Naga.
Yeah, it depends if Clockwork want to send a Rocket Flare into the jungle or something like that. Just abusing his 6th sense, for example, but nothing just yet here.
LGD have rotated their lanes. Weaver just TP'd mid, Antimage is headed top. And there actually is a game from
There's
bottom.
going to be the snare, Shadow Strike, immediate TP, but waiting on the snare. Very nicely done. Yeah, really just jumped the gun there. Cog on the 2, but that's not the 2-man cog that he's looking for.
Do you think, as far as the lane switch goes, with Anti-Mage going top, do you think this is the right way to be playing for LGD?
I really think so. Once he gets his regen item up, he just wants to look for farm. And on the mid lane, there's a ton of harass. That's not where you want to really sit it at. And of course, Weaver at this point here has a bottle on
maybe
him.
dead at top. Body blocks coming in from Visage. The Grave Chill for the slow. Telekinesis. He's got Mana Void. Not even going to use it.
Yep, there you go. Anti-Mage picks that one up. Yeah, Weaver with the bottle is going to secure the rune quite well on the mid lane. He's a little bit more immune to death thanks to both Sakuchi and Time Lapse, although against the puck maybe not so much. And to be honest, he's a lot better, more importantly, at harassing Jay's farm. And you can see that Jay dropping low. In fact, Time Lapse back. He wants to go for the kill. Sakuchi, it's going to... Oh,
is he going to go turn this around? He's got Silence. There's no Time Lapse. There's an Invis rune, though. Use that Invis rune. Silence comes out. Zhao Weight's actually winning this man fight. And Sakuchi.
Yep.
Who needs to use the Invis rune? Just rather wait for the Sakuchi to do damage as well. He Invises up. Is he going to even go on Oa?
Yeah, Yao's looking for the hook right now. If he sees the hook, that's going to be the kill. A little bit too short, unfortunately.
Didn't have vision. That was just a blind hook, it looks like.
Radiant's top tower.
Second hook of the game, he's going to miss. But meanwhile, the LG China putting a ton of pressure up top. In a very slow and kind of meticulous game like this, I think it really just favors LG China because these are the games I'd like to play. If they say, if we could draft up a game in terms of play style, in terms of hero picks, we want it to be slow, we want it to be low kill count, and we want it to be farm-based because they feel like they have the players and the heroes to take advantage of this game. Because on one side you're farming a puck and a Queen of Pain, on the other side you're farming a anti-mage. It's just completely different.
Yeah, the LGD are a tiny bit behind as far as the gold goes, a couple hundred gold, but it's very little separating the two teams. And when you've got an anti-mage and the slightly better team fight, you're going to advantage. Bottom lane, though, Yao's actually going to get jumped on Scream as well as Sonic Wave. Not going to do enough damage to Yao.
He's going to survive, yeah.
Survives it.
And in fact,
Bottle wand, and he's good to go.
Joven's a little bit awkward position right now. He will have Blink and use it to get out of there. And if there's a quick TP from Yao, maybe he hooks back in for a kill, but...
Hook in 10 seconds. He would have seen that. He sees Queen of Pain with no TP mana right now.
Yeah, he's
Queen
going
of Pain's
for
not
it.
leaving lane.
Uh-oh. That one last creep.
Okay, there's Blink, or there's a TP soon.
Ooh, let's see how good the juke...
He's gonna Blink.
Rocket?
No, he's not going
I
for
really
it.
think Yao perhaps should have came in from this side.
Did he not check the mana on Queen of Pain, maybe? Because especially once that Blink happens, it could be a kill.
I think if you hook in, and you get the hook, the stun, as well as the rocket flare, and the right click would do it, but...
Well, you hook in and you just battery assault, and then you save the rocket flare for like after the blink.
Sure, that works.
Because you get more damage that way. But yeah, we're gonna see a pause coming out. But
again, all of the pause coming out here from Mineski is due to a thunderstorm happening at the Philippines right now. So really can't do too much.
Fortunately, the infrastructure there isn't amazing for gamers in general, but they still managed to compete.
Yeah.
They put up a great fight in game number 1, although they didn't take it. But here they are in the SinaCup. This is a small little, like, 6 or 7 day tournament. 8 teams, double elimination bracket. We've had our first 3 quarterfinals already played, which is IG winning their one. They beat Ogura Yui. We had the new... What was the other match? What was the second match? Yeah, Tongfu today. I'm missing a game we had on day 1. Vici Gaming, that's right.
Yes.
The new Vici Gaming with ROTK and Super. That was weird to see.
So we were talking about the SinaCup, obviously. I do want to ask your opinion on something that generally don't get discussed too much on stream. What do you think about Ace's decision to Ace the corporation, the governing body of Chinese professional, to allowing more of these small-scale tournaments? Because one of the big critical factors about the Chinese team placing so poorly, as we're gonna hop back in the game, they're placing so poorly is because these Chinese teams only play like 60 matches in a year. It's not enough practice.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good way forward. And then it should be like the teams themselves who can decide what they can play. But I can understand the argument for both. It's like if you're in the NFL, the team can't just go and play another tournament that they get invited to. Like you have to play the NFL exclusively.
Right.
I mean, there are alternatives. That's just the way like the sports industry works. But with Dota being the way it is, teams kind of need to be playing as many tournaments and matches to like maintain that sort of standard of play.
Oh, we're here to hear from God, so we'll see what do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. But for now, Xiao Tuji farming away. I imagine it's the standard Battle Fury build is what he's going to go for. There's not enough pressure to kind of warrant a Vanguard build or anything of that sort. So nothing too out of the ordinary from anybody just yet here.
Yeah, Anti-Mage not worrying too much about getting the
Guess what's
fastest
happening to
possible
Diane
Battle Fury up at all. He did get the treads, and it doesn't really matter, I feel, if he gets only a 17, 18-minute Battle Fury this game. You don't need that
Diane
safe lane,
bottom
free
tower's
farm,
getting the
12-minute Battle
business.
Fury to take this, because they're on
Diane
par.
structure's
They've got
looking
time and
fortified.
space. They're not really going to be under a huge pressure and threat from Mineski, because Mineski don't have this big group up and push lineup. They don't have like any sort of gimmicky push strat. So as a result, Anti-Mage, he can have a slightly slower farm than a normal Anti.
Yeah, neither do they really have quick blinks or orchids, which is something that you absolutely need. Joven, perhaps the person that's closest to it, I think he has to go for, let's say, a Hex Rush straight up. And of course, Puck with the Blink Dagger, it's a very good item pickup
Dyer's
with the
mid
Blink
tower
Silence
needs a little
available.
help.
Yep.
But they're not really too close to any of those items. I guess Puck 1500 go away. But because both of the other lanes are being harassed down by so much, Anti-Mage is freely rising on the top. Yao making yet another rotation. I don't think he has actually hit a hook just yet. We'll see whether this is going to be the first one he lands on the top lane.
Yeah, it needs to be. You can't really just wait for Anti-Mage to get initiated on, because they're not going on that Anti-Mage. There doesn't seem to be any intent to do so, but it's good to TP scroll, so maybe even a rotation to another lane. There's an engagement on bottom lane. Zhao is trying to man-fight against the Puck once again, and time-lapse goes off. The silence not long enough. If that's level 4 silence, I think that fight goes completely different, but it's just level 3. Rocket comes in, one more right-click.
Puck's OP.
Looks like
He needed the level 4 silence with level 3 orb, and that would have been a Puck kill, I think.
Yeah, or would have been regardless very close. We do see a TP coming back in from Joven. Hook available. He blink strike back in. Ultimate not going to be enough. And here we go. The gank goes the other way. Hook for the stun. The birds for the other stun. And Joven's going to go down as well. Two playmakers going down one after another. I think Mineski is in huge trouble because
Yes.
oftentimes they rely on both Jay and Joven to have excellent games.
When your Puck and Queen of Pain, your two sort of semi-carry game controllers, die in succession at 30 minutes in the game, that's the time. Like the 10 to 15 minute mark is where they should be controlling the game. Instead, they go down. That was just two heroes mid killing them off, and that's trouble for them.
And the familiar birds, I guess, count as another hero as well. Xiaotuji can't get the blink off, and I think he might go down. Power shot, Magic Stick's gonna come through, but no,
Nothing
he's
to
just
shackle.
way too tanky. Lift, toss him back, and Song Siren being used, but the birds will at least apply a little bit of stun. Can they make the chase? Xiaotuji getting ready to blink back in to cancel any TP. They see OWA, he gets out of there already. Song Siren being stolen here, and DD trying to initiate with it, but he's simply too slow. Oh no! And of course, Song Siren has such a long cooldown that he won't have a second usage of it.
Yeah, he just wants to steal another spell as fast as
Dire's
possible.
mid tower won't last much
Well,
longer.
that was unfortunate. I guess good attempt here coming out from...
Yeah. May as well go for that one. And meanwhile, it is the Puck and the Queen of Pain getting a T1 tower mid. They're actually going to try and bring down this Visage. Can they do so? It looks like they will. He's got a hater in here. They just need one more right click. They get it, but Joven's going to pay for this with his life. Here's Anti-Mage. Mana Void's going to be used. I don't think actually a lot of damage. It's Clockwork who ultimately gets the kill, and not worth it for the Visage. Maybe worth it for the T1 tower being secured, but even so, that was very costly.
I mean, the T1 tower is going to get answered back. It's now 4 LGD heroes on the mid lane. They blink forward and look to destroy this tier 1, which, by the way, is still at full HP right now, because dueling Anti-Mage is not exactly your most impressive pushing lane. Glyph is going to get forced out as well. I'm not sure whether that Glyph was necessary.
Very, very early, and I mean, it blocked like 50 to 100 damage.
Look at
most.
Xiao back between tier
Kill.
1 tier 2 tower, going for the
Nope.
kill. He's going to get ensnared, and perhaps time-lapse back. Sakuchi's back out.
I thought he was actually going to get that kill. The orb was already out, though. Keep the light now rotating mid to try and defend this tower. It does have the Illuminate, so unlikely to see this T1 mid tower picked up by LGD. They've already rotated Anti-Mage back top to keep on farming, and they're probably just... They realize now that, okay, they've done a good job of preventing the Queen of Pain and Puck from snowballing, but at the same time, that's something Mineski can still win the game despite, because of the fact this Anti-Mage isn't quite taking off yet.
I mean, he's got a couple blades coming on the courier. He's got at least a Claymore, so... a little bit over halfway there, and once you get the Battle Fury, you never look back. So
Yes.
I think Mineski have maybe 5-6 more minutes to make something happen.
They're ahead. They're 15-ish 100 gold ahead, but
That's not
Radiant's
enough of a lead, I
tower's
don't think.
bad
yeah,
shape.
this is like the LGD game plan. Fall behind a bit early, but you have a draft which can come back later on.
I'm not even sure whether the behind the
Anti-Mage. The familiars there are going to actually help keep him alive. And
These-
here comes Queen of Pain.
These familiars are just so key for this entire
It
game.
was one of the shortest blinks I've ever seen.
Well, a little bit of
I don't think he wanted to go blinking into the enemy. I think he like kind of decided like, oh, let's not go for a full blink, because if I'm right, ditch my team and get in the middle of enemy heroes, I may go down. But tower gets denied, and Mineski, they probably want to try and get this top tier on tower. It's very low. and they would just want to take fights right now with their lineup.
Another sensor being dropped on DD. I think DD's going to be dead there. Can they get anything
Green
done?
Pain.
Oh, Razor. Green Pain Joven. Skippy's going to be dead. Oh, huge hook. Going to secure them. Yet another kill. And, oh,
Rubik survived as well.
yep.
What a turnaround.
I mean, Anti-Mage being involved in basically all 3 of those kills. And now suddenly he's up to the second blade that he needs. And
Puck
then
not being
afterwards...
there is having Puck not at this fight really hurts. Puck just trying to farm that Blink Dagger will have it in just 100 gold, but it's... Mineski can't afford a fight like that at this point in the game.
I mean, you can see that Xiao is just playing so damn aggressively. Sakuchi's back in, dropping very, very low. The rocket's going to come in. One more Sakuchi's going to mean he's dead. He could high under it yet, and yeah. Joven's going to be dead, or excuse me, Jay's going to be dead. That's Blink's gone.
Yeah,
no, he got it. He got it.
Oh, he bought it before?
I think he bought it.
Yeah, he's
before
bought
he
it.
died,
Yeah,
yeah.
he even had it on him, so I think
No. So he died,
Oh, yeah,
and then he picked
put
it up
from
on base.
Yeah. I always get confused by that.
But I guess that's okay, but that is the last step that he could pick up. The next time he's got to be alive, you got to gank Xiao Tucci up top, and then gank him repeatedly afterwards.
And we're not going to see any shutdown for the Anti-Mage. Queen of Pain's decided needs to go straight for a BKB, which I kind of agree with, but at the same time it's one of those things where, well, it means they're just accepting the fact they're not going to be able to really kill or gank the Anti-Mage all too easily. They still can with a Puck, Blink, Silence. They've got the Naga Siren and Snare as well. Can Naga Siren get close enough? But not going for an Orchid or an Hex is going to make it a lot tougher.
Well, let's see where the Puck's going to go to. He's going to actually walk all the way top, saving his TP just yet. There's no lane wards of any sort in the lane to allow Anti-Mage to see the gank coming. So, but there are a couple of defensive TPs. This fight have to be favorable for Mineski, or maybe a little bit too early to call it GG, but all of the experience of casting a game like this for LG China, this will be GG if they don't get anything big done.
And LG smoked up behind their own tower. DD's looking for maybe initiation here. Just going to drop a Fade Bolt here to slow down the push and hold the Visage Familiars. Get the tower denied. Loses one of them in the process, but that Familiar pays for itself.
Yep, so 4 hero rotation up top, doesn't get the kill on tower. These burn micros don't... Yeah, there you go. Blink forward by Jay, that's aggressive here. It looks like... What was it being stolen? Just a phase shift, yeah.
Not the best, but he'll just steal a spell as soon as that spell steal is back up.
It's okay. Yao looking for a hook, gonna get detected by a particular observe ward.
Yao's 3-1-5. Like, I mean, I kind of look at this game and say Yao's had an okay game. He hasn't played that well, but the score says otherwise.
Yeah, consider that he laned against, for example, Joe and Screen of Pain. Like, he should not have that score. Razor, oh, that's gonna be ensnare against DD.
He phase shift it.
Yeah, he does phase shift it.
Still something else? No, he's gonna get caught out. And Anti-Mage needs to be careful here. There's a Blink Silence up now, and, well, they need to follow it up with a stun is the problem, which is only going to come from either a Shackle or an Ensnare. So they need to have one of those two heroes in range.
I really like what Xiao is doing right now. He knows he can't really defend up top. I mean, he's going to have his teleport score ready and make a defense against the Dallin Kurt. But you want to put a little bit of pressure on the mid lane. At worst, they get a trade, which this tier 2 tower doesn't mean too much. Bird's coming back in here, trying to draw the creeps off the tower, not working just yet. And here we go, Bird's coming in again.
DD Queen of Pain can take those down in 2 hits, so we'll need to be very fast with the micro. T2 tower not going down, as Zhao 8 already rotating from the middle lane, and I feel it needs to be Rabbit, Zhao Tuji, who sort of ventures off and finds a lane to farm without coming to these fights and helping defend. But level 2 Mana Void, not bad for actually a team fight in general, especially when Puck and Queen of Pain are going to be using all their mana for spells, so you don't even have to attack them to burn their mana.
Yeah, you have a lot of valid targets for a big Mana Void, so keep in mind that, cogs really help out as well. Not something of a combo that we see too often, but 200 mana burn damage is equivalent of 3 or 4 hits from Anti-Mage himself, so not too bad. Queen of Pain working towards that BKB. We'll be relatively close to it, so about 1,000 go away. And aside from that, it feels like Mineski's offense has completely been halted. They're going to try to ensnare. Where's the Shackle shot? That thing's got to land. No Shackle just yet. A little bit too late. Think perhaps could at least try for it. Pray for some kind of off-angle Shackle, but not going to be there.
Needs the Blink Dagger so he can blink to the other side and line it up.
Yeah, earlier I called they had 5 and 6 minutes. I think the 5 and 6 minutes have passed. Since then, they got a tower denied. That's it. That's all they've gotten. Yep. I don't think Anti-Mage will be stopped anymore. He just needs to pick up Quelling Blade and...
It's still a 20-minute Battle Fury, so he hasn't been stopped, but he's been very stalled. So I feel like if this was kind of where they were and Anti-Mage had even more 15 minutes in with an Anti-Mage Battle Fury, that's one thing. But because it's a much later Battle Fury, Anti-Mage is not farming as fast as he would like.
I don't know, man. We're going to see 1,500 gold lead still being retained by Mineski right now, but... I'm going to just look at the gold graph. I'm going to look at the farm graph, as well as the net worth. I mean, Anti-Mage is already needing by net worth. This is where the stage of the game where you just watch number games. Nothing really else to watch. Anti-Mage free
Numbers
farming.
game, it's still Mineski who can just group up, and you're not going to see Anti-Mage coming to fight, so maybe Mineski can just keep taking some of these towers. They did a ton of damage to this top tier 2. Could keep pushing it, should they so want to.
Yeah, they like to probably pick off a hero and then proceed it, or follow up with a push, but so far no pick off attempt anywhere, no gank attempt anywhere. You still have your Queen of Pain farming, you still have your Puck farming. Really aren't doing anything. Smoke gank up top, this gank has to work. This is literally like the last gank. If you pick off Anti-Mage here, will be pretty good, but they're going to rotate and try to get Weaver perhaps on the bot lane and then a tier 2 tower. We'll see.
Yeah, this would be nice. There's also Clockwork coming in through the trees. Rocket Flare not going to scatter anyone. They are still smoked up, but he may reveal them from smoke. Not going to happen. Needs a blink. Silence.
Oh.
Sentry Ward goes down. Nicely silent. Going to miss the coil, though. They didn't actually have vision because he was still in vision. Jiaowei going to survive it. Oh, what a disaster.
Gets Shackle
The
and
Shackle's
Snare
nice.
under the tower though. Looks like Clockwork Hook's gonna come back. Buyback coming immediately. They are gonna get OWA. No! Looks like defensive song and a TP coming out from OWA. They get a tower hero kill under the tower.
Nicely played.
And they are all gonna TP out. But Anti-Mage, she's back in the fight. You see, oh, Mana Void for the 10 slow TP. There's a Mana Void and a lift. And he's gonna be involved in that one kill at the very least. Looks like Clockwork's gonna secure that one. Anti-Mage blinks forward, looking for a little bit more. They do see Puck dropping low.
Invis.
Invis room being
I think Naga could have TP'd early, but he wanted to make sure that Keeper Light had enough time to TP out first. But Nagasarin did have the TP after using that magic wand, didn't get out of there. But the problem is for Mineski is they cannot contest this Roshan now. LGD are just in the better position for this.
Yeah, I mean, they killed a single hero. They killed Clockwork under the chair.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh! The song being used, though.
He's gonna... Oh, he didn't get out of
That
there.
was huge, regardless. Preventing the Aegis on the Anti-Mage back with a Winner being forced out. Can we have an orb back out? Looks like they are going to get a kill on him. Still, I think that was worth it.
It's... I don't know. I'm always... when you die to just steal an Aegis, I'm always undecided. When you're such a key hero like a Puck, it's... I don't know. I feel like giving Anti-Mage an Aegis at this point doesn't really matter. It's not like he's an unkillable, like, fighting machine in these team fights. He just wants to go off and farm. They may have even given the Aegis to someone else, but I feel like that may not be worth it for the Puck.
Well, it was definitely quite questionable, but spectacular nonetheless here as we have Xiao Tuji going back to get the tier 1 tower. And once this tier 1 tower gets knocked down on the mid lane, Anti-Mage will have access into the enemy jungle. It's only his farm goes to a different level.
They want to fight this, maybe Queen of Pain attacking from the high ground. And should she decide to initiate in, there is going to be that BKB. Sonic Wave Scream, a lot of damage output can come from Joven.
I'm not sure how much damage output is actually going to be. If you look at DD on our support, Rubik has left Telekinesis on level 2 and has decided to level up No Field, which is huge against Queen of Pain spells as well as Puck spells.
Combine it with a mech?
Yeah, combine it with the mech, and keep in mind that, of course, we have a single point of Spell Shield on Anti-Mage. He's going to be very tanky as well in that department, so I'm not really sure the nuking damage is enough, and there's no physical damage to speak of. So unless Mineski goes ultra late game where they pick up triple hex on the Queen of Pain, Puck, as well as a Windrunner, I just don't see them taking this game.
Yeah, Windrunner is going to have, it looks like a 4-staff in just a second now. But I'm wondering, Puck as well, maybe going for a 4-staff. Does have the Null Talisman, so this could just be a Dagon build like we saw last game from Jiaowei. Something which Pucks do like to go as a top lane Queen of Pain, just getting away from a bit of an anti-mage threat.
I mean, how effective Dagon's going to be against No Field?
Not very.
Yeah, so
Very.
I really think
It's
Hex
okay against like the Weaver and stuff because maybe you catch him outside of the aura range, but
and prevent him from time lapse, I
Yeah.
guess. But I mean,
this is
Weaver,
a Hex game.
if you look at his item, he's been going for nothing but utility. Will now be picking up a damage item output. I imagine that's gonna be a.
Could be I think it's BKB.
I mean, this is Xiao A. Like he.
This is LGD. This is
Yeah.
I would put Rez on BKB.
It's still somewhat questionable as we see a Dream Coil initiation on the bot lane against Yao, and well, it looks like Yao's gonna get picked up. Pog's gonna get dropped. None of that self-denying action are possible. I mean, if you want a BKB, shouldn't he just pick up Ogre Club in the beginning?
Yeah, that's like the one thing where I'm less certain that it's a BKB. But
Right.
there's enough damage and sort of late game potential from an anti-mage that I'm just a bit surprised if Weaver does go for a straight Desolator, but it's still possible. And also the fact that this is like kind of like last game, MKB is maybe better than the Deso as far as damage goes because of Blind and because of Windrun.
Well, we're trying to get that tier 1.
no.
Oh, that's a little
Don't
bit.
pay for that with your life.
Yeah, they have mech available here, but the stuns are coming in, the nukes are coming in as well. We're gonna have a attempt here by Joven, pops a BKB and trying to TP out. He's gonna make it out alive. Song Siren being used.
Keep Your Light still needs to buy TP.
I mean, I guess so.
They both TP at the same time.
The birds coming some Mana Void? That was close. That was really close.
They narrowly escape here.
But
Tower
their
gets
song being
denied.
stolen by Rubik, that's huge.
Bottom tower.
Again.
Again, yeah.
Okay. That song's been stolen so many times. That's the third, I think third time this game has been stolen.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Close to it, I think so.
Yeah, there was once at the top lane where he didn't do a whole lot with it, once at Roshan, and that time as well, so at least third time.
Well, now Anti-Mage has Vlad's, and enough go for his, basically,
Well,
Yasha next.
Puck has gone for a dagger, and I completely agree, Lumi. I don't feel it's going to do a whole lot here, because Antimage is the one here they need to be able to kill, and he's going to pose a big threat down the lines, which is where you need to have a Hex on your team. Dagon does nothing to an Anti-Mage.
Yeah, this wasn't a similar situation like last game where Xiao 8's team were up by quite a bit in terms of, or at least keeping up in terms of hero kills and whatnot, and they rely on the burst damage to get kills. This game, sure, I think Mineski is also relying on that burst damage to get kills, but they're not gonna get them. Xiao 8, look at Xiao 8, he just doesn't care, you know he has backup, and here we go, the backup comes in the form of, yeah, the Force Staff is gonna be very helpful. They will make it back out. Song being used defensively from DD, and they're gonna just be, you know, TPing back out.
Yeah, that hook shot wasn't. I don't think he was expecting it to kill on the win run. Just knowing that he could put the cogs there and zone out the entire Mineski team was the main accomplishment. And as soon as you force stuff out, he's getting hit by the cogs, getting mana burned, and preventing any chance of Mineski counter-initiating and taking a fight at that bottom lane. Which it's something LG wanted to avoid, because a fight there could have gone quite bad. Should a 2-hero Shackle land? Should Queen of Pain get in with a nice ultimate, and Puck as well with a coil, as well as Waning Rift on multiple heroes?
Well, no surprise at all. After the Anti-Mage picked up the Battle Fairy, the Go Grab have dipped from a 1,500 gold lead on Mineski now to about a 4,000 gold lead on LGD. Of course, they've been taking out a couple towers here and there. They've been taking down Roshan. So LGD very, very far off ahead at this point. And I wonder what item's flying on the courier. It's going to be a Yasha.
Okay. Well, Manta Style coming up next after the Vlads. No surprises. It's fairly standard. I guess he did the one deviation by getting the Vlads to begin with, but it's a very nice... I mean, he loves Vlads, apparently. He got it first on his PA, and here he is on Anti-Mage, wasting no time picking up a Vlads as well.
Again, I'm surprised that he picked up Vlads, especially this game, in the sense that you're up against, you know, nothing but nuke damage. But
it's more to just farm heal up in between farming neutrals and stuff, but... You farm faster with the Vlads than you do going straight Manta. Manta's more like if you know you're split pushing or you need to fight enemies.
Silence gonna come out on the bot line here. They do dust him up as well, but he's gonna get time lapse. Time lapse dodges the ultimate. Can he actually go for the kill? Shackle's gonna come through, but that was a 5-man gank using BKB, mech, and multiple other item activations.
I think it was a panic BKB as well. All that's dodging is some Shikuchi damage.
Yeah, and of course Anti-Mage pushing up top, and that's not gonna really get defended. So again, very similar to game number 1 where Mineski gone for kind of very aggressive ganks. They bought back for these ganks, they bought back for these team fights, and sure, sometimes they win those team fights or they win those gank engagements, but they're not getting anything done. They're not getting a tier 2 tower, they're not placing deep wards. Mineski Dota, if they expect to just kill a couple of LGD heroes and just win the game that way, it's not gonna happen. I've seen LGD down by 30 kills and they don't GG out. Do you know IG where Chuan buys Midas and then GG? Like, this team does not GG.
Well, who gets the Midas if you...
I'm so sour by that game, by the way. Because how do you GG out only being down by 25 kills? Come on.
Because you look... I'm sure, like, Faith or whoever, Joe, like, looked at Chuan's, like, Midas Tree, what the hell's going on?
Yo, man, he was going to carry tree, guys. Overgrowth into slaps.
Sounds dubious.
Steven would... Yilson, the big deal, would say it would be legit.
Yilson, dubious carry, big deal.
Big deal in eSport. By the way, Manta Style is going to be up in about 2 seconds.
Regen Rune at top. We'll see Queen of Pain and Clockwork actually both going for that one. At this point, you sort of have to look at the two teams' vision, and right now Mineski have absolutely nothing. No wards on the map, only sentry wards. They don't have vision. Is there a gem or anything which is causing this? Yeah, there's a gem on the Visage, and Visage with Familiar is one of the best heroes for just controlling the map as far as dewarding, and that's something which is going to make it really hard for Mineski to find these pickoffs, because they can't have these aggressive lane wards. They can't really just try and ward the enemy jungle because everything's getting denied.
Oh, here we go, 5-man smoke gang looking for the biggest wraparound of Dota history. I think when they get to the other team, the smoke will be run out, so it's going to be no-go. No bueno.
Yeah, they'll go through the secret shop, maybe find someone mid. If they're lucky, maybe the courier heads to the secret shop, but doesn't even look like something like that's going to happen.
Yep, BKB's up now, 4 staffs are available, and here we go. They're going to try to take a fight pincering the
At this
tier 2
point,
tower?
there's been 5 heroes missing for so long that the puck orb just revealed. Yeah, I was about to say the puck orb came in from the secret shop, and that would have probably been spotted. So puck revealing himself at mid, and the gig is up. They walk past an observer ward as well. Oh, they put a sentry down, but they can't actually scan out this location because they have no high ground vision.
Yeah. They don't got... Oh, actually, the sentry is out of the range, so... That's
Okay.
a little bit unfortunate. Back in the bot lane here, looks like we have a gank attempt. Or not, just not gank attempt, just farming.
Antimage with completed Mantis. Clockwork actually buys a BKB now, and this is where the game's kind of not completely grind to a halt, but slowed down to a snail's pace as far as what LGD want to do. They're in no rush to take a single fight at all. Their item progression is far superior to Mineski. They know exactly what Mineski are up to because of this gem, and the gold is just going more and more in their favor as it drags out.
Yeah, Xiao's got him for a BKB himself, so... Yep. Might have started mid-throw hammer, but BKB's the item you want to go for. Illuminate trying to clear a couple of creeps here, but Xiao Tucci gets most of
Sentry
it.
one on Jawad. He's going to maybe have to pop the BKB with the burst damage they have. No. Conserves the BKB. Smart play from him.
I mean, even if Xiao died there, like, what would it actually meant?
Yep.
It wouldn't mean too much of anything. So, Mineski will play slow. They undoubtedly know they're very far behind this game, but you gotta just farm your hexes and hope for the best. Take 20 minutes of farm time, and then go basically triple hex and try to make something out of it. Nothing.
Puck's got Dagon too. He's not even on board with the triple hex plan, Lumi.
No, I don't know about this.
They're trying to initiate mid lane. It's going to be Joven. Queen of Pain gets lifted up. Doesn't pop BKB. He just decides to blink the hell out of there as Naga Siren.
Oh, Clockwork Cook. Here we go. Going on against RTR.
Nice
No
true
song
shackle.
just yet. Where's the song? He's going to get burst down. Multiple BKB gets pop here. Yao dropping low, but he's very tanky. And here comes big, bad Xiao Tuji. Blink's going to follow through against the Queen of Pain, who has a buck on top. Couple more right clicks. The minus armor is doing a ton. She blinks forward. Xiao Tuji says, guys, I got Yasha. I'm moving fast. One more side blades. Yep, that's going to be a triple kill.
Just gets the last hit. Puck, the only surviving member on the Mineski side. He's back at Found trying to heal himself up. Just cuddling his little Dagon toy, but right now it's just that. It's only a toy. He can't do anything with it against this LGD lineup. And the end is near for them. This is looking like an LGD 2-0 all of a sudden. They just don't have any sort of an answer for this Zhao Chuji anti-mage.
Again, as the game gets longer and longer, the team that, you know, in this case, to me, more experience has more of the advantage. Nice kind of four-man coil. Force back in the fight, back in the basic goals, but tier 3 is going to go down. Anti-mage is not stopping.
It gets shackled up. I'm about to say, it wasn't the 2-hero shackle shot I thought it was, but Queen of Pain going to buy back. They want to defend this. Zhao Tuji, blink out, and they're maybe not going to go for the Raxes just now. This is LGD. They know maybe they can go for Raxes and get them, but why take the risk when, if they wait 10 minutes, farm it up, wait for Roshan. Well, Roshan has respawned. They're going to secure this game in a much safer way.
Yeah, they're just like literally one hook away from picking off Queen of Pain or Keeper and then just going from there, which is very similar to what they did last thing. Mineski out of smokes, I imagine, at this point, or let's see if the supports are carrying any. No, there's no support smoke just yet. Roshan attempt coming out, power shot as well as multiple things, illusions checking things out as well.
Not enough Roshan RNG there for going Mineski's way.
Man, they need Roshan to have a hyperstone and like 4 bashers when they stacked. When they used to stack. Those were the days, by the way. Troll Warlord bashers. Game was nice.
Anti-mage straight back into the Roshan pit. Mineski just pressuring mid lane, the tier 2 tower. Maybe we actually see Queen of Pain and Puck getting this.
No, LGD's
Oh,
too
no.
close. Yeah, they're
LGD just going to fight them. They force Queen of Pain and Puck to blink out. They actually get a kill on the Puck.
What?
He was trying to phase shift blink, it looked like, but it got cancelled by telekinesis. Well, as soon as he came out of phase shift, telekinesis was there, and immediately into the Roshan pit goes Rabbit. Well, 5k gold on him. He can take the Aegis, probably sell his TP scroll as well as Poor Man's Shield, pick up the starts of an Eagle Song for his Butterfly, or if he really wants to be safe, goes for a Heart of Tarrasque.
Or BKB. I mean,
Yes.
that's an item you could get now and basically win, but let's see what they go for.
Just got a heart recipe, so
Okay.
we'll send a courier out. He's got enough gold for a complete heart.
Well then. What does Mineski do? I have no clue.
The Hex is up on Joven on the Queen of Pain, but Joven sort of bounced back pretty well. He got caught up by a couple just unexpected ganks in the bottom lane, which were kind of hard to avoid. So he's caught up decently with a BKB Hex, but the problem was the plan seemed to be get Queen of Pain Snowball, go for either a fast Hex or Orchid and have him gank the Anti-Mage a lot, but they just weren't allowed to do that. And now the plan, I don't know, there's not going to be any second Hexes. Windrunner, nowhere near. Puck deciding that Dagon's is the way to go, and I don't know how Mineski are going to keep on defending.
I mean, they're still doing actually good job in terms of slowing down this push. The creeps, the three kind of squishy heroes are somewhat scared to go in the front line, considering that there is a very decent-sized Dagon coming out from the puck. So they want to stay back and use their utility and mobility to get back in the fight and help the Anti-Mage if necessary. Anti-Mage going to get stun locked. Mantis back out. Mantis does not break and snare though. Hex is going to come on as well as Xiao Tuji, you know, Shackle Shot not going to hit. Lift, toss back here. And looks like the silence not really queued up on time, but Anti-Mage really should be focusing on the racks. Nobody's focusing on the racks just yet. For the love of God, guys, focus on the damn rack.
They want the kills, and they're going to be a Song of the Siren just to try and stall things here, but Rax is still taking a bit of damage. They're not going to be safe here. This should be at least 2 lanes of Raxes, probably even the game here. They're going to get a kill on the Rubik, though. Nicely played by the Queen of Pain as well as the puck securing that one, but Naga Siren in all sorts of trouble. The BKB Clockwork, he doesn't give a damn, just walks outside of the core, but actually Queen of Pain going to finish him off as the BKB wears off, and Joven, he's still got BKB, but he's out of mana. They bring down Zhao 8. Is there an Anti-Mage mana void? Yes, there is, but Anti-Mage's caught out, trapped inside an ensnare. Actually going to go down once. Queen of Pain knows that he has got to get the hell out of there. Doesn't want to stay around for the Anti-Mage to respawn. And Anti-Mage, Rabbit's going to keep on fighting. Mana Void on the Naga Siren. Only Naga dead though, so this is a 2v4 right now for LGD. So it looks like Anti-Mage as well as Visage are going to be forced back. It's like you said, they needed to just focus those Raxes.
Yep, and that... Raxes are very, very easy for LG trying to deal with right now. In fact, we're going to see a little bit of heroic tank coming out from our player's puck, as well as Queen of Pain. Orb's going to seal the deal and get one more kill. Right now, like, Mineski's doubling the depth that LGD has, so it's just pretty sad.
Well, Puck is going to survive this. He does get chakra up, so he's got the Blink Man. If they actually kill Anti-Mage here...
No, he's got a heart. Like,
that Puck could just die to an Anti-Mage illusion. No, doesn't put them onto the Puck. And who's ended up with the gem that was on the ground? Was Courier there? Yeah, it's on the Courier. Radiant Courier picks up the gem, so LGD no longer with gem up their hands, which is only being picked up and bought actually from map control. It's not like they needed to scatter any of these Invis heroes.
They still have their Dust and Sentry available, although they say that don't see actually anything available on the dire side, so maybe need to pick up Sentry and Dust, as well as a gem.
Yeah, well, Anti-Mage is back to farming and pushing out the top lane. It looks like they're just happy with the melee racks taken at mid. They're going to push top, which has got a tier 2 tower still standing, then probably try and break the high ground. No more Aegis on their side, but I think they still go for this regardless. They've got a strong 5-man. They've really just got such a big lead on Mineski. And Mineski, the only way they maybe hold is with buybacks. And right now, there is only a single... Oh, actually, no, they've got a couple buybacks. Queen of Pain will have it in 50 seconds, and Winrunner does have buyback ready. I
mean, when you have a heart on your Anti-Mage, you could just slow siege towers like that. So I don't think really LGD needs to overcommit and force out those buybacks. Heart obviously will regen even from tower hits, because they're not a hero source of damage. Back in the bot lane, Puck TPing back out. They want to look for a pickoff.
They want to jump the Anti-Mage, it seems, which is probably not the right move, but we'll see what they can do here. Familiars never get slept is another big key sort of interaction we've seen a number of times this game, and I've seen over the past sort of week or so of games, and we're going to see, hook shot onto Oa. Oa's going to get almost 2 or 3 shot, but he actually survives with a nice Dream Call coming in from Puck. Have they got the damage to bring down any of these heroes? Only Weaver taking a bit of damage. He's down half HP. Meanwhile, Mineski immediately on the run. Xiao Tuji is just forcing them back. Once again, doesn't have to chase, but he decides to do so. Now he decides to go back, try and finish off these Raxes. As he gets the tower aggro off, and then Queen of Pain.
Ooh, nice pick off here. BKB's going to get activated as well, so he's going to blink back. No silence coming out. That is the ultimate being stolen from DD. Again, another huge spell being stolen. I feel like, again, you got to be very, very careful in terms of protecting your spells.
Ensnare gets dodged by the Anti-Mage. He disjoints it using his Manta Style, which could just save his life here. He's silence up. He's taking a ton of damage. He's actually going to die. Puck with the kill. Can Mineski turn this one around? They're still chasing. There's a Sonic Wave on the Rubik, though, so he's going to look for an opening to drop this. And Queen of Pain. Joven takes a fall. They're maybe going to pay for this with his life. It's DDC, LGD losing the Visage as well. Rubik is already getting the hell out of there, and middle range Rax goes down. Not the biggest loss for Mineski, but they hold once again. Get a key kill on the Anti-Mage, and LGD will probably look at this and say, well, maybe we can't end the game. Maybe we have got to wait for that next Roshan.
I think if Anti-Mage didn't get hard there, but instead got a BKB and maybe a Vitality booster, he survives there. Quite easily, in fact, because a lot of the way for them to deal with them is constantly chain stun, shackle shots, initiate with hexes. You know, BKB doesn't beat all of that, but at the same time, it makes you so much tankier in terms of effective HP, minus magical damage in a team fight. So I think not getting BKB is the reason why they're delayed.
Yeah, and it does give him a bit more raw HP, and also when you get sort of taken down to half HP, you blink out, survive, you heal up a lot faster. But you've got the supports, mech. Have they even got? Yeah, they've got the mech on the Visage, so they have got those sort of other sources of heals. But right now, even with one hold like that, which was well executed by Mineski, it's still such an uphill battle. 12,000 gold, still the lead and advantage which LGD have. They can wait for Roshan if they really want to be cautious, which is 4 minutes away. So if they're going to do that, they need to spend this sort of 3 or 4 minutes being efficient, farming, maybe going for a smoke gank. Something we haven't seen much of LGD do. Mineski, much better at using their smokes. LGD are just happy to sort of play a much more safe and standard game.
Yeah, it seems like they don't really care too much for smoke ganks either. As we have Shao 8. Ooh, the damage output. 1 more hit. 2 more hits now necessary. Swarm's going to get used. Let's see if he's going to blink back out. Yeah, he does blink to the north. It doesn't matter if you have things like bugs or sunstrikes channeling right on top of you. You can still have 0.4 second of blink. Meanwhile, oh wow, the Dagon 5 doing huge amount of work and yet another kill. Yeah, we're at Dagon 5. Maybe we counted them out a little bit too early. Anti-Mage will shrug off that Dagon 5, but
everyone else is going to worry. Even I mean, you're looking at what Null Field maxed out. It's still decent magic damage. It's only Anti-Mage who's got like some ridiculous 70 to 80% magic resistance.
I think 62.5 magical resistance.
Well, combined with the Null Talisman?
No, for like basic magic resistance and the and the
what's the maths for combined with Null Field?
I don't know. Somebody do the math.
How much damage does a level 3 Sonic Wave do to an Anti-Mage with Null Field? I bet I could give you an answer on that, which is pretty close.
What's the answer?
I don't even know how much damage Sonic Wave. I don't like. If you ask like, how much does Sonic Wave level 3 do, I don't even know.
Yes.
I would say it would do about 285.
Okay, so 60.
Oh, sorry, no, 280. What am I talking about?
So it's 62.5.
245 damage
times 0.8. Somebody's dying right now. Yeah, but math crap's more important.
Ask the chat. 245 damage for a level 3 Sonic Wave on Anti-Mage with Null Field. That's my answer. I was pretty close with the Morphling shotgun. I've got to redeem myself though and get even better.
So the math is like 1 minus 0.25 times 1 minus 0.45.
We've got to fight. Lumi, leave it to the chat.
Okay, math is more important right now, guys.
Puck gonna get brought down. Nice blink coming out from DD there. Blink telekinesis lift. Gets a kill. They also bring down Nagasarn. And with Nagasarn on the sidelines, there's no sleep to keep them alive. And this is... Oh man. A stolen win run. I love the Rubik animation when using win run.
What does he do? Does he like...
It's like holding his stick up. It kind of reminds me of the Firefly animation, except he's not flying.
The Firefly on Rubik is insane, but...
Force buyback out coming out from the win runner, but it looks like we are going to see these Raxes take a fall. There is backdoor regen. Backdoor
regen stronger right now than this Shaco shot. Yeah, it's regenning, and it looks like Shaco... Ghost Scepter's going to get activated. DD thinking about using a couple of spells. He does have Power Shot. A little bit more useful of a spell, but Glyph's going to get forced out. I mean, this is the lane guard quite a bit. Blink, lift, toss back. Xiaoyi not really focusing on anything. They are going to get the melee racks finally. Song's going to... They're using everything. They're holding it.
This is the Mineski I know and love. They will never give up. They will fight till the throne is dead. And while LGD try and do just that, they get the kill though. LGD lose Rubik. Clockwork with a 3-man cogs, but I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing. It is when Anti-Mage can blink in there, do some work. He brings down Owa. He's going to move on to the next target. The Nagasarn as well takes a fall. Keeper Light on the sidelines. And now Mineski are going to lose their top Raxes. Very little left in the tank here. I don't think they can hold much longer.
Yeah, there's bot racks available. Mineski, like you said, don't GG out. And Shao2G's alright. Let's go bot lane. Let's finish things off. And Blink Silence coming up. And it looks like, oh, Joven, he's going to get focused down. Huge Mana Void for the mini stun. He goes in the Ghost Form. Blinks back out. But meanwhile, Puck, though, doing a little bit of work. No. Backtracks is Shao 8. And now they're going to go on Jesse Vash. He's going to try to force have no mana at all. He's going to get bursted down. So...
A couple minutes for Jay to do some last-minute Dagon 5 plays, but this game is now over. Queen of Pain going to go in on this Xiao 8 Weaver, and Jay, come on, man, get that Weaver kill.
No, you got to be careful with that hook from... Oh,
BKB! It's the BKB.
Here, he says, go home. Oh, the hook comes in. And he what a
Hog is like extra disable as well. It's something like a lot of people don't realize. Like, while you're getting pushed out, it's pretty much disable.
It is a disable. You can't do anything. Blinding Light doing a little bit of work, but debuff here coming up from the Manta Illusion. Blink forward on the Ghost Scepter. Double Ghost. One more hit. Two more hit. Yeah, come on.
He'll blink into the fountain if he has to. Not gonna happen. Keep the lights. He's
What a play! What a play! He blinks back out, getting still found regen. Blinks back in. The jukes the left, the right. Angles were broken. Anti-Mesa. All right, let's get your Raxers. I just love these like cheeky ass plays.
Yeah, Mineski, they're losing in style. They're providing some entertainment, and well, not just entertainment. They provided a very close, well-fought game here. They gave LGD a run, especially in game number 1. Game number 2, they never really had an answer to this anti-mage, but with Mega Creeps up, this is the end for Mineski.
Oh,
Dota.
the bash is coming out. Oh no, Xiaotuchi missing it out. He's gonna now focus on Naga Siren, who is very, very tanky. Song's gonna be used. Look at these guys. Mega Creeps down. Want to go for a couple more kills, but they need their dig on 5.
They're waiting for puck.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that like extra kill that Mineski gonna get.
And then they're gonna GG out.
Throne going down now. LGD have had enough. Anti-mage, well, no, Anti-mage is farming huts.
There's your GG coming out. You gotta farm your huts, GPM for days.
Yeah. How's Anti-mage done? 5 for 97. He's
Poor.
He's no Corey. Corey from in the MLG tournament getting 1,200, 1,300 outplays.
He doesn't speak freedom. Don't speak no English. Not like Lumi.
Not like Rumi.
Well,
Well, guys, there you have it. LGD China 2-0ing Mineski. This isn't the end for Mineski in the SinaCup. There is a lower bracket, so they're going to drop down. I believe they're actually going to verse New Element. New Element with their Spirit Breaker picks up against Mineski. That is the game I want to see. It's a best of 1 as well, which I feel best of 1.
You gotta bring out the SB, right? So
I want to see that game. I want to see a best of 5 between Mineski and New Element.
well, hopefully our new Mineski t-shirts get in by then, because this one's a little bit tight on the chest.
Okay.
Been lifting. So
I've been swimming.
there you go.
Probably going to go right now for a swim.
All right.
After we're done casting. So thanks everyone for tuning in. For all you guys in chat who've been doing a good job of making it as unpleasant as possible for the other people in chat. As is always the case. But I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was good Dota. I think the only reason that Mineski has lost is because of thunderstorms. So hopefully tomorrow there will not be any thunderstorms.
Thunderstorm Dota. No. Lumi. Mineski only lost because they were having Mercy. It was the EE Sama strat.
Roll to TI-54.
TI-54. Oh, Lumi, man.
All right, I
It's
think
been good. We're
we're
done
good
for now.
Time to run some ads.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you tomorrow.